what's going on in the markets? Let's talk about what's going on in the markets. Right now, everyone is scared because the markets are so volatile. And I always tell you there's uncertainty in the market. Why is there uncertainty? Trump is making policies. He's disrupting stuff. So while he disrupts stuff, investors are uncertain to place large bets. Why are they uncertain to place large bets? Let's correlate that to investing. Because generally large investors are looking for the market to go up over a long period of time. They know the market is built to go up. 76% of the time the market goes up. So this is where investors like to put their money on the risk trade. They'll call it the risk trade. The risk trade meaning that they're putting a nice amount of capital looking for these markets to go up over a long period of time so they can gain compound interest. So right now, when you're looking at the market, investors don't want to go into the risk trade because they do not know the rules of the game, so they cannot play. So when you have large investors that really don't understand the rules yet or the game, so they can't position themselves, they will take capital out of the market. Why do they take capital out of the market? Because they do not want to be liquidity for us or you, this small guy, because that's what happens. They're dealing with such large amounts of capital that they will become liquidity. A small move to them can cost them 50 million, 100 million. And when you get down, it's not always easy to get back up. It's harder to make money with large amounts of money. It's easier to make money when you're more small and nimble because you have different rules when investors have large amounts of money. It's a whole different ball game. But for me personally, a lot of people are in fear. They're wondering if we're in a recession. Possibly, yes, we could be in a recession. Me, I don't think we're in a recession, in a recession, but I always tell you, I may be wrong, but I'm never in doubt. This is what I see. I don't see companies going bankrupt. I don't see companies putting themselves up for sale just to make it to next week. That's usually what you'll see in a crash. You'll see companies having to sell themselves. You'll see companies asking the Federal Reserve to lend them money. You'll see more systemic risk where they need to borrow money. You'll see companies going bankrupt. You'll see a lot more carnage. What I really think is going on is that investors are just taking their money, putting it on the side, watching the rules be set so they can play the game. And then when you look at particularly the tech sector, it was bought by so many investors that it ran up so fast. It just shot through the roof. Now it's having a correction because when volatility comes, volatility is your best friend. That's how a wealth exchange hands. But when volatility comes, what it does, the people that's there for part-time, the traders, they're going to get out. The large investors, they're going to get out. Volatility is your best friend. So you need volatility in order for wealth to exchange hands. Even though you don't like it because a lot of people get emotional and they can't handle the volatility, you need volatility. But me personally, I just think the market is having a hard correction. I think it's oversold. I think investors are sitting on the side with large amounts of money because they don't want to be liquidity for you. They're waiting for the rules to be set. Once the rules are set, they will play the game again just like they always do. The show must go on. So that's what I see. Now, you will have people saying it could be a possible recession. It could be. Economics, no one actually knows the outcome because you have so many buyers, you have so many sellers, you have so many players, and so many moving parts going on. But like I always tell y'all, our job is to pay attention to the economic cues so we can see the economic clues. That's how we make money. While everyone else is out here spending money, doing crazy stuff, we stay economically woke. While everyone is spending money on stuff that don't matter, we play broke. That's what I always tell you. That's the best way to play this game because, when you're spending money on other things, it usually does not go the way you want it to go in the long term. When you're accumulating assets, even though you see the market's in turmoil and you may feel though that the market is, let me get away from it. right now actually is a great time to be buying great companies that are undervalued. When you see companies that you wanted to own that are undervalued, I always tell people when the market drop, it's your turn to shop. Hit the like button, subscribe. And I always tell you this is not financial advice. This is just information that could possibly change your life. So I just want you guys to pay attention to what's going on, learn as much as you can about the markets, be attentive, but you must be involved with the markets because it is very important. It is an American right. That's how I see it. Everyone should be invested, but don't get scared. Just pay attention and see what's going on. Hit the like button and subscribe.